Hello everyone, welcome to this channel. I am Lilly, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can start preparing for migration, how to know when to migrate, how to dismantle, what to dismantle, and how to do it pre-migration. I'm also going to show you how you migrate, where you migrate to, and how to build up your tribe once you have landed within roughly 1 year. Let's get started. This is a testing tribe that I've been working on for a few weeks to test everything in the worst possible conditions. The worst possible condition is slow game speed mode, meaning 6 meals per month. Region 1 North, which is the most north you can come in the game. And on hardcore. So now we have spent the morning on dismantling everything that we have. We have dismantled tons of pelt huts, and we are dismantling everything that can give anything back. For instance, you can get on this one, you can get some of your fine sticks and some of your ropes back, and also the tanners have been dismantled because they can also give some of the ropes back. If we're lucky, we get some of the fine sticks as well. So in order to know if you actually need to migrate, check your hunters, check your fishermen, and see how much how many people are going to get vegetable food in the wild, because that is a dead giveaway. You notice that when less and less animals are being slaughtered and less fish is coming to camp, it is time to migrate. I could have stayed a few months longer because I do have some more animals to kill and a bit more fish pools I can rely on. But I'm going for the purpose of helping you guys to see how you can safely migrate with a medium to medium small tribe. 75 is fairly small, but in hardcore region 1 it's big. So the documented tribes we have in Norway were never bigger than 100 population. Never. The majority was between 10, maybe 15, 25-ish, and a little bit up. For the bigger tribes, to find during the Mesolithic, you will have to go much further south. You need to go closer to the Near East, because they basically had no real ice age down there. It was like a joke in comparison, considering that Norway is partially still in the flipping ice age. We still haven't gone out of it. We have glaciers and we have permafrost in the ground in the north. So, yeah. So by the time the Near East was having farming and everything, we were still running around with feathers in our hat chasing the odd deer. Yeah, so that was that. So when the evening comes and everything is done, oh, hang tight, you guys don't need to do that, because now it's only the ground digging that needs to be dug back, and we don't need to do that. So is everything done in time? It is. It is. So now they're doing group chores, which they don't really need to do because we are moving. So the second you see that some of your food is diminishing in coming home to camp, it is time to up and leave. There's no point doing the fireplaces because they have materials that you do not need to take with you. You can't take them with you. It happens that 1 or 2 persons with a bit stupid traits bring one raw stone with them, but we don't need to tell anyone who it is. Let's not humiliate the tribe members. Okay, so now it's right before rest time. We should put down the work hours now because I put it up, and we should put down the communal task to medium, just to make sure that it should be on default most of the time, at least in the Mesolithic. Labor age I'm going to keep up because I need everyone to do their bit. You can see the labor age shows these 3 people here is 1 elder, 1 adult, and 1 child. So then we can deduct that this means, having it like this means that all elders and all kids over 4 years old will work, including of course all the adults. And if we move it down here-ish, you can see that there are no more children allowed to work, only the elders and the adults. And then you have this one, which is only adults, no elders and no kids are allowed to work. I normally have it as high up as possible because children do not start working until past 4 years old. Depending on their fitness, they could also be later. This is something that changes from tribe to tribe, from person to person in your tribe. So now we are in resting. We have resting time. This means it's time to migrate. To be sure that you're not settling in a really poor locality, you should save your game so that you can reload it and try again in a different locality. But now we have saved the game, so then we're going to go look at where we are. We are as high up as possible. This is the limit of how high you can go in this area in Norway. So and this is where we are. And now we are going to migrate. We up this, but to make sure that we are walking all night, we want to go over here, by the way, to make sure that we are going to walk all night. We are going to go much further than we are supposed to do. Because when you migrate at night, your people will lose all unrest that has to do with housing. So now you can see that we do have a fairly happy tribe, even though we are doing hardcore, because the unrest has been reset. You will not lose work hour unrest, so don't rely on that. You can rely on it 100% for dead relatives not in a grave, and you can rely on it 100% for no housing. So now we are pausing, because now they have woken up and started to walk. And remember, the longer you go, the more food you need to bring with you. And the reason you can see flax graves is not because I have flax or threshers, far from it. It's because there was a tribe here who had settled where I wanted to go in my next migration. So I kept attacking them. I kept raiding them to get them to leave. So they left in the end. So we're going to plunk our butts down here and pray we have tons of pear trees and hazelnuts, because then we could perhaps stay a few years. But time will tell. Let's go, girls. Right. Yeah, there you go. Look at all the pear trees. We like it, we like it. Right, so let's settle a little bit here, because we want to be close to the, don't we want to be close to the pass? We want to be right in the middle of the pass, don't we? We do. Right, so pause the game so you don't lose any of your daytime, because at the moment that you're standing there. What we are going to do, we are going to do this again, and we are going to do this again. I will show you why you're not going to let your groups do anything, because we are going to cheat. You are allowed to cheat on hardcore with using your clear tool. Rule number 1, do not gather any materials than those that you need to get up your housing and comfort for your people. So what we're going to do, we're going to get sticks for sure. Then we take out everything else that we don't want. And we're going to need quite a few sticks. So yeah, 20 should do it. And then we want a little bit of the mud. There you go. And then we want some stones. So X out the cropping and X out the chopping, because we don't want to chop any trees and we don't want to crop any grass or anything else. So Michelle would like one more with raw stones. Did I already do this one? There you go. That should do it. Now we have 27. And this will bring us, not logs, we need to do logs. This will bring us raw stones, raw sticks, and some mud. We're going to take away the mud as soon as we have 10 in camp, because we're only going to have 2 offerings to start with. And offerings are important, especially on hardcore, because it will appease unrest, because the first night not everyone will have a place to sleep, because after 50 population it is almost, I claim it is impossible to get up enough housing for everyone on the day you land, even though we have landed at the crack of dawn. So what we're going to place down first are the pelt huts. We're going to just chalk them down. And we're going to make 8. I'm going to see if at least a few of them can be done in time. Otherwise, we will have an emergency solution that I always do when I migrate with any difficulty tribe that is more than 50 population. And that is fireplaces. You use the big fireplaces because they will provide 10 sleeping spots, and they also will provide less unrest than if they have to sleep in the open. So we're going to place down with 4 cells between each so that they can actually fit. We now have sleeping arrangement for 40 members, and we are going to do 75-ish, 70, 80-ish to make sure that everyone can have a place to sleep, because they can easily accept sleeping 4 nights by the fireplace before they start to get unhappy faces. Remember, we started with 100% happy tribe, but within a few days we are going to get grumpy people because they're bending their attributes. They might complain sooner than those with good attributes. Bad attributes tends to be poor fitness, red fitness, and red will. Keep that in mind. Right. Let's give it a go. I'm going to place down also the offerings. I'll put those by the pelt huts. There you go. But they first of all have to clear as well before they can build anything, which is important to keep in mind. Let them clear, let them work. And also, equally important in all timelines, graves. Do not forget graves. That is, yeah, you have roughly 4 days before they are really pissed off, really angry with you. So they need to get up quickly as well. We are going to keep high work hours for 4 days. That's all I dare to do. And then we are going to put them down to 1 below normal to remove any unrest starting to build. Okay, we're getting the fireplaces up, so people will have some places to sleep, some places, not having all of them to sleep in the open. You can see the fireplaces are ready one by one. We have people getting logs, and that is what we need to do the fireplaces. So now we have 1 and 2. We have 2 of the pelt huts up, so that's at least some people not sleeping by the fireplace or in the open. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 50 people covered with the fireplaces, but we only have 9. We have 9 covered, so 59. That means that some will have to sleep out by the fireplace. So we cannot have that for too long. And we also managed to get a grave up on day 1, which is a good job to do. So now continue to let them stay on max for the communal task, because everything we have placed down is communal task, and continue with labor time on max as well. Just continue to everybody has a place to sleep. So this is day 2, and we're going to do it another 2 days. So now they've built all the pelt huts that we added, but now we are going to add a little bit better quality of these. Then we need to make sure that we don't build more than we have leather for. We have 68 leather, so let's build 2 at the time. Tomorrow we build another 2. These pelt pit huts also can accommodate more people than just 3, which is what the pelt huts can. The pelt huts now are so poor that we should not build more than these 8, but focus on building other types as well. We are going to also build the stone pit huts because they are plus, and the straw huts because they are also plus. So these 2 will always follow each other with regards to sleeping quality, and these two will always follow each other based on sleeping quality. This one is the least economical to build in the entire selection that we will have, even in the Neolithic timeline. So build as few as possible of those. On hardcore, you might want to build one just to let people rotate in. And since we have 380 straw, I am going to do that. I'm going to let them have one, and then I'm going to have Reed Hut next to it. So this is going to be morning, day 3, with maxed out work policies. Keep it like that, but remember, in order to succeed with doing this, you need to not have any work unrest when you migrate. It needs all to be gone. So remember the preparation before you migrate. Migrate long before you're out of food, at least 4 to 8 sleeps before you are out of food, because you must remember people have to eat while you're traveling, and the longer you travel, the more food you need. Yeah, keep that in mind. Now all the fireplaces are up, so now nobody, not a single person, will have to sleep in the open, meaning less unrest due to lack of housing will build. Now we have these being built, and the reason I put them on absolute max priority is to have all 4 persons working on it, because the priority does not only decide what is getting built and repaired first, it also decides how many people are going to work on it. So this is really important. If you put it like this, that means only 2 people can work, and you have it maxed, and 4 people can work. So now you can see that this is a good night going into day 4. And tomorrow I will put down the work age, because now we are also almost done with this one, and we can continue to build these bit by bit. We are still going to, oh gosh, look how old he is now, my goodness. Oh yeah, he's 69, so that is why he messed up. Oh, that was weird. Oh no, it's because he got rested, isn't it? He got rested because he was sleeping in a proper place, so he got more rested and you know, did better, so he managed to get back up again. That is just weird. Now we're going to build 2 more of these. And today the work hours are going down, otherwise they will perhaps start getting red in the evening, so be careful. You can see now only 1 person can work because it's clearing, and clearing does not necessarily have just as many people or as few people as building and repairing. Remember that? So now it has changed to 2 because it is in the middle, it's default. So then we're going to put it up. So we have 2 more people working on it. And likewise, this one is going to have more people clearing and ultimately building. So now what we are going to do, we're going to stop the... No, everything is done. Don't have to worry about that. We have offerings up, and I'm going to add more offerings. So now it's red, and it is time to put it down to here. That can stay, and that can go there. So now we need to think about getting more food. No, we don't. I am full of it, because look at the food. We have 227. So just have it maxed out on the communal task still, to get built up everything as quickly as possible. So now how many? We have 50. So we will have 30 after this one. There you go. And I'm going to build more of these as soon as I have enough. I have 97 and this takes 75. So this one is going to be here, as close to the focal point, which is always where they end their evening, and they tend to end their evening around the fireplaces and also around the benches, because they tend to want to sit on those. And putting down large benches will also improve your woodworking skills, so this is never a bad thing. So have a few of these if your tribe is 50 plus, and let the elders sit and rest by the fireplace in the evening. They also gather with family, so give them something to sit on. So that one is going to go down and down and down. If you have a lot of bad grades in the tribe, you cannot get away with all unrest if it's red already by having on default. It will take years and years and years. So be smart and put it a little bit down below default, because that means that those with the very bad grades can also be replenished. We are going to take care of the few wood logs we have. and we're also going to take good care of the few straw we have. We don't want to waste anything, so we're going to have this one as well. A little bit integrated into the hut, does no harm. There you go. So now we are lacking 49%, so less than 50% needs to sleep by the fireplaces. This means we can remove a few of the fireplaces. So what we do is we remove some of them, but leave some for them to work around with crafting and stuff as well, and together with family. But now we're also saving on logs, so we don't have to constantly use workforce to get logs. So we have this one, which is plus 18, and this one is also going to be plus 18. So now what we want to do to make sure we are continuously working on architecture, we want the architecture group to take care of the buildings that are already built when they need repairs. I'm also optimistically claiming now that we could manage to stay here for 1 year or so. We might. So let our specific group with fewer people in it work on repairing, because that means that we will progress and spread at the same time, because you have 5 workers, and always leave it max so that they are prioritized above anything. So let your people work in peace. You can see the work hour on rest has gone. I'm going to leave it 1 more day. I'm just going to leave it 1 more day to be sure that, oops, no, that's not what I want to do, to be sure that everyone has reset it to 0. No unhappy faces. We will have a few that is not completely happy yet. Those are going to be the ones still sleeping by the fireplace, but it's not bad enough yet for them to have an unhappy face. But the longer you go, the more likely you are to get really unhappy faces. And as you go along, you will in time replace all of these with better housing. This is what you must do as you are progressing through the timeline. Because now you have one that you cannot get yet unless you work towards it with your builders. Because this can be tribe discoveries. You can discover this on your own. You don't need migrants to discover absolutely everything. It becomes much harder to discover things after you are roughly 75%, 60, 65, 75% in knowledges, and then you are almost 100% certain going to rely mostly on migrants to get better levels. But we must still remember to train up our young ones, so don't slack on creating tasks for them to work on. These 3 are under construction. So this is the day I'm going to put it back to normal after they've had their breakfast and had some relaxation time. As soon as work hours start, I'm going to put it to normal default labor time. And I really want the rain to stop, because I have to scream to be heard, even though I have it on fairly low. You see the sound. Can you, if I put it one more down, no, if I put it there, that'll do it, won't it? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's not that bad then, is it? Okay, let's see how much we lack now. We lack 49. Haystack is done, good. This is almost done. So you can see, if you hover over the item you're building, the object you're building, you can see the requirements, and all the requirements that it takes for this to occur, except fishing and hunting, will also give the knowledge they require. So pelt huts as well will also give architecture and leatherworks, and also demands architecture and leatherworks. But you need to remember that you cannot lose these. You can never lose these. So even if you lose leatherworking altogether, you will not lose a lot of your things. You can find out what you can lose by first checking the requirement. Leatherworks says plus 27 is needed. Then you go check your tribe leatherwork. Tribe leatherwork is 27. That means you need 0 leatherworking to build this. Architecture is plus 33. You need 33, or you have 33 in tribe. Tribe has 33. That means you need 0 knowledge within architecture to build this. And this is how you can check a lot of your things. This also goes for dryers and tanners. We should get up the dryers and the tanners because they are needed, because we need to preserve our food. Not only preserve, but we also need to increase the calories, because raw meat and fish always have less calories than the processed meat that becomes fish or beef jerky. Yeah, let's not kill off our lovely pear trees. Can't have that. There you go. Let them do those. So these you can see, you can't see because it's building. Here you can see that you need, you have 36 food processing, and what Tribe has is 36 food processing. That means you need 0 food processing skills to build dryers. So you can't lose dryers either. The same go for tanners. You see you have 27 of leatherworks. And remember what we had in Tribe? Where the heck is it? Gosh, I can't see. There it is. 27, meaning also tanners are free and can never be lost. We also have crafting materials with the same. Wooden spears and fine sticks can never be lost. Just remember that. If you are unlucky, not creating enough tasks, you will always have something to fall back on. This is very important, to have things to fall back on, because when you are new, you will make tons of mistakes until you get the grasp of the game. The basic might be easy to learn, but it's very hard to master this great game due to all the intricacies. Not going to go into that now. We are going to continue to working so that we have everything we need within 1 year after we have Migrate, because if you don't have enough housing and stuff for everyone within 10 months, they will start leaving you. So let's continue with the work. So now we're going to give everything that is done building to the builders group so they can keep up with the repairs. And let's have a look at how much we lack. We lack 30%, 31. And do we have enough to build another meet hut? We lack only 4. So we are going to place one down there. And we're also going to, for emergency reasons, get up one more of the straw huts, because we are hardcore and I don't dare to risk anyone sleeping by the fireplace at month 10. In the beginner's difficulty, you can have people sleeping by the fireplace for over a year. In hardcore, you get punished very quickly, within 6 to 10 months, depending on the attributes. So keep that in mind, be careful. We have 32 of the leather, but this one gives only -7, so we can get away with placing down another 2 or covering whatever is lacking. So let's just get them up, get them done, and then we can, if we stay for several years here, not likely, we can dismantle them when we build better housing, and that will help you greatly. So this is still on here because you can see we have the food we need, we have food incoming. And also one thing that you need to remember to do always in hardcore, and preferably all the time, lock down your bones. Do not let your people eat them, because when they do, they get plus 30 on happiness. So they can leave you after a migration if they eat bones, plus not having enough housing, plus perhaps having your work hours increased. The combination of rest can easily kill any tribe in any difficulty. So let's not be too cocky. Lock it down just to be sure. Also keep up with your graves. Now we have 2 graves that are ready to be used. We can rely on waiting a bit longer and let these 2 come up. Then we can add a few more. And then we're also going to add tunnels, because we now have 21 coming in. That needs to be tanned further to become leather. Okay. So now we can create the big reed huts. So in theory, we don't have to. We don't have to build them, you know. But they give plus 30, so I will add 1 if we stay here long enough. If you stay for more than a year, you can see you still have plenty animals you can kill. You can see there's, oh no, they killed the pregnant one. I hate when they do that. But here's the thing. The reason this can happen is only one. That is area of effect. Area of effect is the region, the area, the circular area that system is granting hunters permission to hunt. If we were to scour the entire map, our frames would be 1. So devs have put a certain area of effect where the hunters go to get their prey, and if all the elders and the male of a species is outside this area, then depending on the species you have, the hunters will have to go for the younger ones and the pregnant. So when you see this, it is time to remove it from the selection list to avoid this happening. You can try again to put it back on the species as like a month or so later to see if the older males and the other males have moved closer to camp. So keep this in mind, because hunters do not want to hunt pregnant or young ones, but when they have no other choice, they have to. That's the only reason our pregnant deer got killed. Yeah. So I'm going to, let me see, where's my mud? 150. I'm going to put it up to 200. So we also have maintenance amounts, because we do need maintenance now. So now we have both maintenance and building amounts. So this is important when you are a tribe that you are constantly building. Have enough to build, and don't build until all materials are in camp. Oh, oops, I forgot to put back thingy, did I? No, I didn't. And don't build it until you have all material in camp. Otherwise, you are using workforce going back and forth, gathering, you're using workforce back and forth building. It's a waste of time. Let them be efficient by having all materials in camp so they can all go in a straight line, bang, 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 and build. Much more efficient, and you will build your camp a lot faster. Yeah? Okay, so now let's see. Stoneworks, we don't need that yet. We could have some fun with building one of these, but I am unsure. It is 6 kbc. We're getting into a good mild period, but we are 75 plus, which means we are not like, oh, one has died and no babies. No babies because unhappiness is bob, because not everyone has a proper place to sleep. What are you lacking? Sticks? Ropes. Right, let's have a look at the rope makers. Do not have specific rope makers. They have thought, but I have too much to do, so I'm going to give them more. What are you guys lacking? You're lacking rope as well. Okay, you don't need 60. I don't know why I put it. I think I put it on 60 to test raiding with flint spears compared to bows. Yeah, that's why. And you guys should be on a limit as well. And you guys can be on 100 limit, because we not only use it. Oh, we can create storehouses. Finally, storehouses is a very good idea to get up to keep your tools as long as possible. You can also use it for everything. You can use it for absolutely everything. Great idea. So what I'm going to do is to create another crafting group, give them to Max. And I'm not going to be lazy now when I'm making a video. I'm going to write down the name of the groups, and you guys are going to make 50. So do we have enough of, we have plenty plant fiber. Let me see, we have 32, so we have 10 after this, 10 for repairs, so be careful so you don't take away everything so you can't repair. Better safe than sorry. And now we're going to add more graves. We're going to add another one, I think, just one is needed. But we also need to get up the tanners, because tanners is what you need to process the rawhide, and we are going to build 3 to make sure that we can reach over everything before they almost said run out on date. There you go. When winter comes, we have been here for an entire year, so we need to up again and get everyone a spot to sleep. We have 300 of these. And yeah, the straw is being preserved and the logs are being preserved. So each one of these will grant 150% decay reduction, which is a good thing to have when you need to be careful to not waste your resources. So get up processing to keep food longer, to make the calories higher, especially in hardcore, and get up your haystacks and your log stores to keep both your straw and your logs longer. Everything decays much more in the open. Keep that in mind. So soon these lovely pears will come in season, and then people will go for them. Lovely. So you guys are 150. Why are you not going for sticks? Oh, there you go. Ah, okay, it was in the morning they were doing communal chores because that's what we have it on highest now. I'm going to do this instead, so they can get making sure we have enough material to do everything we want to do. Yeah, we have 24%. Yeah, getting closer and closer to where we need to be. We have another 6 months to do it, but on hardcore you only have roughly 4 months before unrest will start showing on people's faces, and we don't want that. Yeah, we don't want that. We should, in theory, also protect our raw produce, or one for raw meat and one for raw fish. That's 32, so now we need to get more of the fiber, and we are going to cheat a bit. I'm going to show you how you cheat a little bit with this. Oh god, it gets so dark. Oh, there it is. I can find the water. I couldn't find the river. Oh, dear me. So, oh yeah, maybe I should have a bit of light. It is light, but it's so little. I've asked for more. I might not get it. Let's see, do we have any plant fiber here? It looks to be completely chocked with reed, which is not a bad thing because we need reed, because we have the best housing is reed. Okay, so it was only a small part that had it. Okay, never mind. A small part of the river that had what we want, but that's fine. We are going to do it differently. We are going to, let's see, no, not you. Crafter mutts, you are going to go to 10. Hoping that you guys will get more. These are covering the food. Support. You guys can go help out with this. These are free. They don't have any other jobs to do. And neither does this one. Otherwise they would not be in the groups below priority. This is how you know if you have free people or not, and how you can mingle. See, look, now we already have people unhappy. Can you see here? They would like, oh, what have they eaten? They haven't been eating roots. They don't like roots either, but at least it's only plus 10. So if you have good enough food for them on a regular basis, you will not see when they are unhappy so quickly, unless some time has gone by. So that is the raw fish. We need to protect it at all costs. Oh yeah, these needs rope as well, which is why they are slow. I should have thought of that. So you guys need to think of that when you migrate. Have enough ropes. Why are you not working? Or maybe you were busy doing other things. I'm going to do this because we have no work on rest at all. You see, he's getting so old now. You see, he's about to die. That we are losing a large percentage of our workforce. 12 people not working. 12 people could have gathered both fiber and food. He's now sitting on their bums instead. So these will all be children and elders that can't work because they're either too young or too old. Yeah, so when he passes, then we will have a new one, hopefully without any bad grades. Leader positioning is decided by, first of all, their charisma, and then their fitness, and then their age. This is raw meat. There you go. So he has 1 sleep left, or maybe he will die in the late evening, and then we can put up things again properly. So we have 7, and we have 3 of those. That's excellent. These are done now. Yeah, so now we lack 16%. That means less and less people will have to sleep by the fireplace, which is brilliant. This is what we want. What we wanted. We would have been done sooner if I had not fumbled away all my ropes and forgotten to increase them. So now you see how quickly one small mishap or forgetting can cause a delay everywhere in tribe. So just keep that in mind. Okay, he will die tonight or early morning because he's on 0. There you go. He has now passed away, and now we can do this. There he lies, dead and all. Oh, did it take him already? Where did he go? Oh, they buried him already. Can you guys see him? I'm blind. Seriously, I'm blind. They must have buried him already. Let's have a look at these. Yeah, he has increase in fishing for sure. Oh, he has maxed out hunting. We are going to take him. Look at that. 100% hunting. That's grand. We are in August. Okay, getting close to when we're running out of time here, girls. Everybody needs a place to sleep. Everybody. Okay, we're down to 7%. Right, so let's now see how much straw we have. 2. How much straw or reed? I want to do one more reed, and I'm going to do it here in front of the fireplace. These only need, is it 5? I think it's 5 straw. No, not straw, but rope. Yeah, it's 5. And they can get 5 because now they're already on 4. So that's good. So if they just remember to rotate, if the system rotates them well, then nobody will have any ill effect from these either. Because if they don't sleep consecutive nights in poorer housing, they will not be that affected. So if they sleep every other or every 2 to 3 nights in good ones, and then once every 2 to 3 nights in the poorer ones, 2, even 3, then you will not have that they grow so unhappy, especially not on beginners or normal. Hardcore is they grump all the time in hardcore. We'll probably never get rid of it. But just to show you where we are, I'm going to add a screenshot of where we are. This is as high up as we can possibly get and still have a river. You cannot reach any higher up and still have a river that goes out into the ocean than where we are now. And I will always want to have a river going out into the ocean when I'm settling permanently, because that means you also get clams and a lot more fish pools. You get tons of fiber in the delta, you get tons of reed in the delta. So that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give these to the architecture group because I have put down the community task so low that they might not finish it in time. Although building priority, base priority is fairly high, it can still be slowed because we have the communal task so far down. So we have 43. I can calm them down now because we have 43 of the ropes. The plant fiber so means I will have plenty ropes. At the same time, I will also place down another one of the big straw huts. Normally I don't do it, but we are probably going to migrate within a year or so with this tribe, but until then, I want no unhappy faces, and I want everyone to be in at least one type of housing before a year has passed. But you can see, since we are hardcore, we already have unhappy people. We do have, you can see, we have 20% that still sleeps by the fireplace or too many times in the pelt hut, so they are not happy about those. These are not too bad, they're only -7 in quality, so these are okay. So the higher quality or the lower quality, the less time they will accept sleeping in them, and the higher it becomes, the more times they will accept sleeping in them, until they are on plus. Then they are happy with anything above +1, anything. If you already have a lot of unrest, for instance, via work hours, you can build these maxed out ones that you can build at the moment to reduce even more the unrest so they don't leave you. But remember that fitness will always suffer, and the only time you can reduce and soothe fitness is by lowering work hours and giving them enough food. No amount of excellent housing will increase fitness. You need food and decent work hours to do that. We're almost there, girls. This one and this one should, in theory, sorted. These are 6 and these are 5, so 11 more. Yeah, these 2 will do it. Excellent. But keep an eye on your hunt and see if you have any that shows the... Yeah, you can see now that there are still pregnant animals within the area. So if you want to, you can pause it, or they will focus first on the elder males before they go anywhere else. And let's have a look at the fishermen. They are just 6, so they should last a bit longer. And plus they also have the ocean to fish in, which have much more fish. Plus, as you can see, maybe you can't these are clams. Yeah, you just need to make sure that my group has it. I'm going to put it on the food. This one, so they can go get it as well. Don't look at what you're not allowed to look at. Not for you yet. I thought it would be a few weeks ago, but not yet. There are plans I need to respect. Oh, there's a rope around it. Have you guys noticed this before? I don't think I've noticed before. There's a rope here on the end. Can you see it's like dandied around? But not all of them, yeah, so it's random. Okay, why not? Right, so you can see that now with this one we already have enough housing. So I'm going to remove this one. I'm going to remove this one and replace it with reed in time, if we stay long enough. Otherwise, now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 they can rotate on. It is a little bit low, so you probably won't get 100% satisfaction and happiness. But this is also a way to control your population if you don't want it to be higher. Keep that in mind. Yeah. But if you want to try to play where I am, this is where I am. This is as high as you can go. You can't go any higher. So we go a little bit below to find the river. River going out into the ocean. That's it. That's where I play. And I play, of course, in 10K BC. I play autumn. I play hardcore. I play slow. And I have tutorial off. New players should not do this. You will have your butt handed to you. I promise. You will regret it. It will be tears and teeth grinding until you learn the ropes. It is much safer to go down here in the areas we barely had any ice age at all. Basically, they had nothing. You can even just start in region 2. This is region 2. And you will be much better off. Region 1 north is up here, and it's highly, highly hostile. Region 2, region 1 south is more down here. Scotland, more southern, eastern Norway, parts of Denmark, all of Sweden. And then you have region 2 starting mid, like probably islandish, and going down all the way here and all the way down to the Alps. And then you are bordering onto region 3. Upper region 3 is almost like a south region 2, and region 3 south is really hot. So not everything will thrive there, but the worst place to play is here. Just keep that in mind. That is the absolute worst place you can start to play any tribes. Yeah, let's continue here. So now we have housing for all, but not all of them are grand. So what we are going to do, we're going to task these guys first of all with everything that has been built, because they are going to do all the repairs. And then we're going to place down another one of these, because these are 18% increase. So that means that they will have more good housing to rotate on, because we ideally want tribe to be 100% happy. And then we can reject the migrants as we see fit. Take those that give you a better skills. That's always a thing, and reject the really poor grades. On hardcore, you need to be very, very careful with who you invite to the tribe. You can at times give in a bit on the attributes, even though they are really poor in attributes, if they have higher skills, because you can train your people to do better, to do those skills, to get the level of skills. And then you can, if she has no family and no danger of losing others, then you can banish the bad attribute. Again, this is a bit poor play, it's a bit bob, but we have banished for a reason. We get rid of the individuals we do not want. Just be very careful that you're not kicking someone who actually has a family that will follow, because that on hardcore is almost 100% certain to happen. On beginners, you might get lucky and not have the entire family follow suit. On hardcore, you're not likely going to be that lucky. Keep that in mind, yeah? Now we're going to do this. Put a little bit more up so they can do some planning, and remember to always do the processing in time and keep up with all the fireplaces, and also of course these woodwork demanding things, the benches. Right, so now when this one is done, then we should be okay to get a higher percentage of satisfied people, happy people, meaning more of the migrants and higher birth rates. You can keep it low, rotate low rotation to keep happiness lowered if you want a lower birth rate. Also force them to every now and then eat a few roots. Yeah, has never killed anyone. We have 56 of those fibers, so now we're also going to get up storage for the processed meat and the processed fish. We're going to have 4, because that means that 12 people can get food at the same time, and you will see that roughly 4 to 6 people, maybe 8, will queue in front of a 3 service point storage options. So baskets have 3 service points, and service points means how many people can help themselves at the same time from this storage. So on this one, which is a basket, you can have 3 people helping themselves at the same time. Storehouses as well have 3 service points, while everything else we have in game has only one service point. So if you want to use pits instead of baskets, you need to build a lot. And you also cannot put any animal product, any animal produce, or any corn produce in baskets. You can put finished product such as bread in the baskets, not in pits. So everything that has to do with corn products, animals, and seafood, and fish and crab needs to be in baskets and cannot be put in pits or in any of the clay containers. Does she have everything? Yeah, that one. And these 2. With this, we'll make sure that we are constantly allowing few people to progress the architecture skill, because we do want that. We want progress, because we want better and better. But you can only discover what is red. If there's no more no more red, it means there's no more to discover. But continue to train your people so that more and more people can get a higher percentage of the skill. Yeah. So you guys are going to have done fish. There you go. You guys are going to have the meat. And see how many do I have? I have 33. I can do one more, then I'm going to wait a bit so that until they gather more of the plant fiber. And these are going to contain the exact same thing. But we have 12 people going for the food at the same time. So we are relying more or less on hunting only here because there's so little other food types. You can see the amounts coming in that is not fish or animal produce is very low. Just gonna go back here. So now we have a good balance. Everybody has a sleep spot, but not everyone has a satisfactory sleep spot. We have still too few that they can rotate on. So I'm just going to keep adding a few more until my time is up. In December, time is up because then we have lived here 1 year. On hardcore, this is a bit difficult to manage. It's not impossible. We just need to not forget to have enough ropes. Yeah. This one is almost done. It needs another 10, 20. So I'm going to add one more of these. I'm going to add it here. And the tribe work on it. Okay, so now they are done with that. Then I want them to take over this. Yeah, we've gotten all the pairs now. They only last a few days. They don't last very long at all. We have 22. I can take another one. With raw meat. Now with dried meat. Beef jerky and fish jerky. Do you guys like fish jerky? I love it. To get it the way I want it, properly fish jerky that I grew up with in northern Norway, I order my fish jerky from northern Norway. Horribly expensive, but it's a treat I get a few times per year. It is so good for you as well. Not the salt necessarily, but the fish is really good. I eat a lot of fish. I'm Norwegian, I just can't help it. Fish is very good for you. Very good, very good. I don't know why I speak that accent. It's just weird. Oh, we only have one grave. Let's not be slacking with the graves because that could quickly be very, very bad. I have to do a tree here. Yes. Hey, cut the tree. Can we have? Do we not have? We do. I think, huh? We don't have access? Of course we have access. We have access. I might have to cheat a bit in order to get everyone sleeping in better housing. No. Might have to do this one. Let's do this one. Let's do it here. Ooh. I'm going to play a bit with work hours. Raw meat? No, dried meat. I think I basically only need one with fish. Because we have more raw meat than we have fish, because I have only 6 people to fish. Well, I have max 16, maxed out the group to do the hunting. So with this trial, I'm going to try to not be over 150 when I get into Neolithic, because it's so hard to get started when you're playing hardcore up here with farms, because they yield so little and you need so much people to make it go around. But the fewer people you have, the less farms you need, and the less farmers you need, less stress. Because I will have to migrate, because I will have hunted up and fished up everything there is. I will have basically acted like a locust swarm in all localities before I have to leave. when Neolithic is arriving, then we are going to migrate. The last time, we might do some scavenge run to get seeds. You know, you can do that as well. Do scavenge run, you just stay for like a few sleeps, just harvest all the wheat and the flax and the beets and the peas you can find, and hunt fish all you can, then move on to the next place, and then do the same and do the same. If you the end, like if you have done like 3-4 scavenge runs, you still lack a few crop types, go trade them with other regional tribes, or raid them, or you just have to wait and see if your locality has them. If they don't have them, they could come up within 5 years or so, or they never come, and you will have to get them from the regional tribes. There is no guarantee you will get all 5 crop types, no matter where you are in Europe. You will have some, but you have no guarantee you will have absolutely everything. Okay, so now we have even more built. So let's see now how the division of these will be. I think this will be good. 64. Oh, guess why? Because I did. Okay, gotcha. I hear you the first time. So we'll go up and up. We are now in November. Next month, that's going to be it. The most important part you can do is to get up the easy housing to build as quickly as possible. Avoid anyone sleeping in the open. That means get up fireplaces, the big ones, because they take 10. The other ones take like 4 to 6, I think, and they give much more unrest than these do. These only give, I think it's 32. It depends on the timeline. Perhaps 45. Oh wow, that's a lot. That's only 5% away from sleeping in the open. So get up housing as quickly as possible. Now we have 68. It will increase, 100% sure. That doesn't mean you should stop building stuff. Just keep on building stuff, because you will train your people in the skills they need to learn if you keep building. So we have covered everything, including woodworking, and crafters now are taking care of everything. We have no less than 8 crafters doing everything. I'm going to put them to 10. Then we have 10. We also have 4 people doing pure woodworking, and we have 2 people doing pure weaving. So the crafters group will do toolsmithing, stoneworking, weaving, and woodworking. So yeah, there's a lot they are covering in only one group. Now let's see how many are still sleeping in any of these. 1. Yeah, so there still are a few, but are there many enough to rotate? Actually, I think they are. I think they might be. So that means that the happiness will increase and increase. But we are going to continue building anyway. So we have 300 of the stones. I'm going to build +5s as well. +5s are the stone buildings. I'm going to give 1 to tribe though. And make sure that I have maxed out so everybody works on it. There you go. So even though this is hardcore, you still see what you need to do. Both beginners, normal and hardcore, you cannot slack on the fireplaces. Get up the fireplaces. You can slack on the offerings if you want in beginners and normal, but you cannot slack on fireplaces or graves. And get up your pelt huts. Even if you do just 1 per day, 1 per day is better than none per day. And be careful with using too high work hours. You need to make sure that you don't exhaust your tribe, because then they will accept much less of sleeping in poorer housing, and they might actually leave you if you get combination unrest, even in beginners after 10 months. So you have a small year or so, maybe a bit more in beginners, to play around and get stuff up that you need to get up when you're migrating in the Mesolithic timeline. Neolithic timeline is always more difficult because The best housing costs so much that you cannot bring with you from the old place, and you must also get up farms at the same time. Mesolithic migration in all difficulties will forever and always be easier than any migration with Neolithic tribes. Yeah? You can make it easier by being semi-sedentary Neolithic tribe, possible as well. But if you are 100% sedentary, not that easy, no matter the difficulty. But remember, the higher quality housing you can build, the less they will accept the poorer quality. Like this one will be 45 minus in the end. At the moment it is just 20 because we have other options. That is not so too much higher. If we have tons of options being a lot higher, they will be lower and lower in value. And now we have, I know you're bothered, but I want to see your percentage of flipping floppity floop. Anyway, so now everyone has housing to sleep on. You can see there are no unhappy faces, which means that they are bob with work hours and they are bob with housing. They are over 50%. It's hard because I don't expect everyone to be 100, but I will get everyone on 100% the second I am sedentary. Yeah, so that is it. Remember to prepare yourself when you migrate. No matter tribe size, you must remember to prepare. Hunt like crazy, fish like crazy, scavenge all the fine raw stones and flint cores you can, and stop repairing stuff. Stop building houses. On the same day you want to migrate, by dawn, chuck everyone out of their huts, dismantle everything that can give stuff back, and migrate late after work hours so that the tribe is sleeping on the journey. Remember to migrate before you're out of food. And that's basically it. Bring with you all materials you can and start with fireplaces. Get up fireplaces for everyone. If you have 50 population, get up 5 large ones. Then place down pelt huts. Get them up one by one and then build better and better as time goes on. Remember to use the word policy, but do not exaggerate it, otherwise you will have combination unrest and people will start to leave you. Yeah? That was it. Next time I'm going to do a large Mesolithic tribe. Hardcore or beginning doesn't matter because the principle is always the same. When they get Neolithic, get the option to farm, then I'm going to show you how you can do scavenge runs and then settle after you've done your scavenge run and get up farms and housing within roughly a year or so after you've landed. Until then, have fun and take care.